So they found Riley's body in the river, like I said they would. If you recall the original video near the beginning, what did I say? I said they need to comb or they need to drag the river because he's in the river. Disclaimer! Everything in this video and all other videos and every case on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact. It is just my opinion, my interpretation of the cards. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research and form your own opinion. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Okay, this is a requested video to do a check-in since Riley's body had been recovered from the river. Now, I am only going to dig into my true crime. This is my true crime that I started. I still have a few more cards to add to it when my next set of blank cards comes in. It's a prototype. I'll explain more later. Anyhow, I kind of want to get an energy to see if this was natural causes or not. Even though this deck might tell me, because there's some cards in there indicating that there's no foul play. But before I dig into that, I just want to kind of get an overall energy, a feel for Riley and the situation. This is just a check-in. Entertainment purposes only, not based on fact. Oh, major arcanas really want to talk, don't they? 4 of them just came flying out. We've got the Star and the Moon. The Stars and the Moon. Energetically speaking, I feel this is literally speaking under the moon and stars. Curious if it was a clear night, but that's just screaming by night, hope, and devil. Oh, all hope is gone for him coming home, but there is some kind of evil work here. There is definitely something hidden, something sinister. Take the moon a step further. Hidden. Things are not as they seem. Okay? I'm almost inclined to think that this is going to be ruled as an accidental death. But he's saying, you know, follow the light, follow the stars, follow the guidance. That they're, you know, to have any kind of hope for justice to prevail, because there is something really dark and sinister here. Some might argue and say, oh, they're talking about the drinking, the overindulgence with the devil card. That could be true, but this is what my cards are telling me so far. Okay. We'll start with 1111 True Crime first. Okay, what energy is around Riley, around his passing, please? What is it around his passing? And I said natural causes. I was going to say accident. Well, maybe they'll call it natural causes. I don't know. Okay, show me. What do we have here? Child, baby, little one, young. Yes. Okay. Did Riley have any brothers or sisters? Died at a young age. Deep woods, nature, forests, and trees. There's something about being out in nature. The dogs. Something about dogs. Weapon. Backyard around the home. Around his hotel. Around his destination. That's eerie. That is kind of freaking me out. I wasn't expecting this. Pet. The dog can also not only be a pet, but it could be a protector. Could be a somebody. It could be about loyalty and friendship. But there's a weapon that is around home base at the time. Probably their hotel room. Their hotel. Something happened out in nature around trees, forest, something like that. But he ended up in the water. I think he was placed in the water. It would be interesting with an autopsy report to find out if he drowned, if there was water in his lungs. Because I kind of have this gut feeling he had already passed away before he even entered the water. In that case, he wouldn't intake water. He wouldn't breathe in water. Just for shits and giggles. Now, this is the deck that I'm creating. I have no idea how many cards are here. I was going through some of my true crime decks, and I made a whole freaking list of what I wanted included in mine and what I was going to eliminate that were in other decks that just didn't resonate with the way that I read. And some cards I combined into one. Right now, I only have small words on top. My goal is eventually to do something on the backs, artistic-wise. And I'm going to color, paint, glue, pictures, or whatever on the front. This is going to be a thing in progress. I don't know. This is going to be my own personal working deck. Will I recreate it on Canva with throwing some artwork on it and sell it? I do not know. But this is for my personal use at this time. Okay. I did a lot of shuffling before I started this video of this deck. Have to, because it's thick. It's not like the Alicia Wickers, where I have to do it into two. Well, I kind of do when I want to rifle shuffle. But it's still a very thick deck to contend with. Okay. Show me the energy around what was going on with Riley, please. What do we have, please? Alive. Alive. I don't know what that is. Oh, he was alive. Alive what? When? Framed innocent. Oh, somebody who is alive being framed. Who is really innocent. Okay, are we having another Brian Koberger incident here? What else do we have? Outside or the outdoors? Yes, it happened outside and in the outdoors. Okay, let me get two more cards. Loyalty. We got the dog and we got the word loyalty. Like I said, it could be somebody loyal. Regret. Okay. Here's what I'm getting so far. I'm getting that a loyal friend who is still alive, a living, breathing, loyal friend right now, has a lot of regrets about allowing Riley to go outside on his own. But that same friend, there's something about framing somebody who's innocent. A bad person. So, there is somebody, a bad person, who really did this. Corruption. Bad, corrupt person. Food supply. Were they not in a bar? Did they go eat somewhere? A restaurant? Was that a bar restaurant? Because I feels like this person is feeling guilty because he wasn't loyal to Riley, and he wishes he said he would still be alive if he would not have let him go outside by himself. But there's a bad, corrupt person here. Okay, I don't know what the no is. There's a snow and there is a stop and there's frozen. It's like frozen in time, but there is a bad person. Be curious about know more about the corruption though. Secret. Okay. There's somebody that's going to get blame for unaliving Riley. And what I'm seeing here is they're telling me that it's not Riley's, or it's not this person's fault. There's somebody else. There's corruption involved. Something about control. Militant, military-like. I don't know what that is. I'm very curious. Food supply, that could be his drink also. Something slipped into his food. Is that it? And and somebody who's really innocent gets blamed? We're going to get some more info with Alicia's deck. And I've said it all along, there was something about the food supply. Or there was something about his drink or his food or something. I felt like he was slipped something. Because if he only had one drink, he should not have been drunk unless he was already drunk by drinking beforehand, before getting to that particular bar. Oh, the stop is when the bartender stopped Riley from drinking and said he had too much. Then he had to hit he kicked him out. And there's somebody here that's innocent that wishes they would have went with Riley because they swear that Riley would still be alive. That makes sense. But there's something about being framed and being innocent. Project Bluebeam. Okay. Something about revenge for something. So whoever did something to Riley, and I feel like something was done. It was done out of revenge. And law enforcement will neglect to see that. And for the public, it may become an ancient mystery. It might become a mystery of what really happened to him. I don't know if we'll know the truth. Project Bluebeam. Something otherworldly or... Nah. Beam me up, Scotty. Those of you who some of you may know what I'm talking about. The original Star Trek series from the 60s. Captain Kirk. Something foreign. Is that why we may never find out? I don't know if you believe in aliens or not, but this is like what something foreign, something from another world being the cause, perhaps. But there's revenge here. I don't know what that is. Got Democrat, we got evil, we got investigation. Okay, there are home investigation. Investigation done around at home by maybe even a Democrat leader. Democratic Party being in charge. And I'm not saying any more there. But there's definitely evil abound. We got the devil card and we got evil. This almost feels like a botched investigation. Neglecting details. When the autopsy comes back and shows that he was passed before he hit the water, then they got a criminal investigation. And I see Brian Koberger's face right in front of me. But I think that the Project Bluebeam, the foreign or alien thing, is involving something unfamiliar to law enforcement, to the area. But somebody was out for revenge. Were they out for revenge for Riley? So I'm not necessarily getting a stranger. Okay, I'm not necessarily getting stranger. Let's see what the tarot has, because it may shed some light on this. Because was it somebody that was part of their group, but the wrong person getting blamed? kind of what I'm wondering about. Because I got outside or outdoors. Outside, Project Bluebeam, an outsider who had some kind of revenge tactic. I really want to... What is this revenge, please? Is this revenge against Riley? Or the person that gets blamed? What is this? What is this revenge? Nine of Swords in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. This is like somebody who knew that they could take Riley. It was just, it's weird. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Getting caught. Somebody did something illegal. Some lies that they get caught up in. Somebody's getting caught. Six of Swords in the reverse. And they find themselves in a lot of trouble that they can't find a way out of. Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got all these reverse cards. You know, Nine of Swords upright is somebody who's not sleeping. Somebody who is worried, anxiety, nightmares. In the reverse is somebody that goes to sleep. Nightmare over. It's like the nightmare being over. They don't have to fight anymore. The nightmare is over. Riley was overcome by somebody. But somebody's getting caught here. It's not going to be able to move forward. And there's some kind of failed plan. Something blowing up in somebody's face. Somebody has this bright idea. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Work. Working on something. Somebody was worked on something to alleviate some stress. Sun. Oh my God. The Sun with that Strength card in the reverse. That is a spotlight being shined. Something is coming to light. There is something being exposed here about how Riley was overtaken. Ace of Cups in the reverse. A lack of love. A lack of harmony. I'm going back to that revenge. I think this was against Riley. Somebody was vengeful. Two of Coins in the reverse. Somebody was very unbalanced. Okay? When they thought they had their plan worked out, everything became out of balance. The Fool in the reverse, because the path that they took was the wrong one. You know, this idea, this new beginning. Okay, we're going to alleviate. A plan gone wrong almost feels like something getting out of hand. It feels like somebody wanting to get even to teach Riley a lesson, but it got out of hand and went too far. This almost feels like somebody didn't mean for him to pass. He wasn't supposed to pass away. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why hazing is coming to me. But somebody had something against Riley. Who? Had to be somebody that was in the area that knew Riley. Just saying. Or knew Riley was going to be there. Just saying. I'd swear I was looking at Idaho. This just feels like somebody being set up. Law enforcement neglecting certain details. Why would law enforcement neglect these details? Who had it out for Riley? I'm not seeing a gender here yet. King of Cups. Four of Swords in the reverse. Not resting. Nine of Cups. Overindulgent. Somebody got their wish. They got even. But there is a certain overindulgence here. Six of Wands. And the World. Successful completion. What this feels like something with law enforcement overlooking. Why? I feel like it has to do with the reputation of these fraternities and colleges. It's like becoming so dangerous to send your child to college. The Devil in the reverse. Releasing ties. The Moon in the reverse. Something being revealed. About a fallen apart friendship. Three of Cups in a reverse. This was somebody who was friends with him. King of Swords in the reverse is a perpetrator, a murderer, who is successful. Is this like another case of somebody doing the deed and getting away with it? Then we got the World and the Fool. Fooling the world. So, first round of cards, and the energy just felt like it was supposed to be getting even with Riley over something, a friendship that fell apart, that went south, and somebody wanted to get even. But whatever it was, there was an overindulgence here. And things went further than what they were supposed to. It's almost like somebody did not follow directions. That's what I'm getting. Somebody's in panic mode. They can't rest because because of what happened. It's almost like they wanted Riley roughed up, like teaching him almost like a hazing type thing that had gone too far, but there's revenge attached to it for something. They're not quite showing me yet what that revenge is all about, but it has to do with a disruption or negative energy in a friendship. It's like a friendship that broke up. A group of friends. Being on the outside of this group of friends. So something happened. I'm wondering if from the last reading there was a female involved. I wonder if it has to do with that female. Something to ponder. I'm not seeing feminine energy here. I'm seeing all masculine. But I'm not, as far as the law enforcement being negligent, I feel like it is from maybe a lack of experience, just like Idaho. No experience in dealing with homicides. It had been 7 years since they had to deal with a homicide in Idaho, in Moscow. Let me be specific there. But here, there's some either inexperienced, somebody, a new detective on the case, or maybe the police department, law enforcement's overwhelmed with so many cases, but it just feels like that there is something, motive or evidence, something being neglected. It's like certain details being neglected. So it does feel like it could possibly end up being a botched investigation. But the main thing on this reading, on what I wanted to know is, was there foul play? I feel, first 4 cards out told me yes. So I dug further. No specific answers. I will try again. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes the universe says, well, you're not supposed to know right now. And we're not told anything. Okay? So that can happen. Where we feel like we're left in the dark, but it's like the pieces are not quite fitting together. There's something neglected, and I'm not being shown exactly what it is. Next to some kind of revenge tactic, that it's some kind of so-called friend, or somebody who's supposed to be a friend. Not exactly acting like a friend. You know what I'm saying? That guilty or that loyalty part, that has something to do with it. That's why I thought about the female in that last reading. If it's possible that this revenge, this loyalty, this energy, this coming from that. Well, I will do a future read, see if there's any other information, see what I can get out of the cards. They're not being too terribly specific, with the exception of the wrong person will get the blame. I do see that. So whoever's arrested initially, it's not them. Most likely it's not them. Oh my God, I was just shown, they just told me, they just showed this. Oh, holy shit. All this bad blood, this friendship that went south, this revenge, that's the evidence. That is what is going to pin this crime on somebody who didn't do it. They're going to use that and say, he did it or she did it because of they wanted revenge over XYZ that Riley supposedly was involved in or did. And it has nothing to do with his unaliving. That's what that was all about. All that revenge and stuff. It wasn't specific because it's fake. It's fake. It's the excuse that they use to frame someone. Boom! Mark my words. And at this point, I am dropping the mic.